This is part 2 of the FRAXsset Fractional Ownership and Exchange of Assets Ethereum Distributed Application, or DApp, introduction. And today in part 2, what we're going to do is we're going to be creating a record, creating provenance or record of ownership of our asset. For this application, the FRAXsset application, there's 4 different options to manage your asset. You can create the record, view an asset, which gives a breakdown of the asset and shares of ownership. You can transfer ownership of your shares, and you can also buy or sell assets of your shares using Ethereum and a simple escrow that's been created. Today what we're going to do is we're going to create an asset record on the blockchain. And to do this, it's fairly simple. There's 5 steps. Step number 1 is to enter a title for the asset. And I have a picture that I had taken on my camera several years ago that I think is a very beautiful picture, and that I would like to create a record on the blockchain of this asset. And so I entered a title, a description. Step 3, I entered how many shares I want to divide this asset into. A maximum of 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares would mean that one share would be a 0.1% ownership. I'm going to do 100 shares, which would mean that each share is equal to 1% ownership of my asset. Next, I want to provide an evidence of the asset. For a physical asset, you can provide a digital proof. For a digital asset, you can actually provide the actual asset, which is the best way to do it. If it's a song, a movie, a picture like an image that I created, or a piece of software code, what it does is then it creates a cryptographic hash, a kind of a digital fingerprint, and places that on the blockchain so that you can verify it, that you or someone else can verify it at a later date. So I'll upload the file, and essentially offline here, I'm going to upload the file, and so I upload the file, the digital asset. Here's the picture. Gives a confirmation of what I've uploaded and what will be hashed to place on the blockchain. Next step, I submit it, and the regular transaction on the mainnet, you would actually pop up and you'd have to complete the transaction in your wallet and pay for the transaction, some gas, and for a service fee for putting it on the blockchain. But we're running a local instance, so you'll see a transaction number. And again, if you're on the mainnet or a test net, you can click this and you see the actual status of the transaction to see when it is completed. Then you can also view the asset, which is up here later on, to see details of the asset. And then once the asset is on the blockchain, an event will pop, and it'll give you 2 pieces of information. Here is a title, and here's your asset number. So this is a local instance of blockchain running, so there's only one asset now. So number 1, that's the asset, and that's it. That's the process for creating a record of your important assets on the blockchain. Thank you.